Welcome back. It's part 2 of the Zuckerberg crazy, mixed up, not true story that he told to Congress. We'll be right back. Welcome back, you Tarot Maniacs. In this video, we are going to expand on the story with Zuckerberg and the revelation that he has not entirely told the truth about his dealings with China. So we're going to focus on the U.S.-China relations through the business that went on with Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, and the possibility that there is this AI project that they were working on together. So let's bring it on up. Hit the like button before we go there. Cards are coming up right now, kids. And here we go. So how will this revelation that Mark Zuckerberg was possibly engaging with the Chinese government on working on some kind of open source AI, how is it going to impact the trust between the US and China on matters of tech and AI? The trust level is tenuous right now. So how is it going to impact it? The Fool in reverse, but it is Fool 2.0. Let me show you this card. So in this deck, we have the Fool 2.0, which when it's in the upright, this is more of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So we're getting it in the reverse. We are going to enact a different response to this. We now know better. We cannot, as Obama once said, extend our hand and unclench our fist and go to shake hands with them, because that's just not going to work. Obama said that about the Middle East, but I'm saying it about relations with the Chinese. We do have to have some kind of filter and be a little bit more cautious about it. So I do think that that is what's going to happen with the U.S. relations. I think they're going to be a bit more cautious. I think they're going to be a bit more discerning with that Ace of Swords crossing that crazy foolishness in reverse.
You're not saying they're sneaky, are you?
I did not.
All right.
Knock it off.
Get that one in the bud.
Gregory. So, what was the CCP's true intention in engaging with this particular American tech leader behind closed doors? What was their true intention? Four of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. In the suitcase position, we have 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and in the front, 10 of Wands. So I want to remind you guys, we are using the Curious Creatures Tarot for these decks, for these readings. This is a super fun deck. You will see a link to it in the description of this video. Super fun deck. So this 4 of Cups, their true intention is creative thinking and trying to use an asset. Mark Zuckerberg is the asset in this case, where they are going to bring that in, extract information from it in a casual sense. So a not obvious information grab here to undermine systems here in the United States. And I have to say that because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a destructive beginning that is undermining things. 4 of Swords over here. They are no longer sleeping. They are now no more sleeping dragon. What was the dragon? What?
What's gonna be a dragon?
What was the dragon in Tropic Thunder? Remember the organization was called something dragon. I can't remember what it was.
They weren't Khmer Rouge?
No more sleeping dragon though. the Chinese are moving up. Fortunately, 10 of Wands, they've been found out. They are going to be found, in my opinion, psychic opinion, with a lot of information in their hands. They have already extracted a lot of information about you, me, Gregopedia, my dog. My dog has her own Facebook, Raven Chrysanthemum. Raven Chrysanthemum. She's the only one out there. So our dog Bruno Rich, also, or Rich Bruno, also.
No, Bruno
what?
Rich is his.
He was Bruno Rich?
Yes.
Should have been the original Rich Bruno.
Well, it should have, but he already had his Facebook.
Whatever. So Bruno Rich, our dog, had his own Facebook. All did. So 5 of Cups up top. They have been found out. So they are very disappointed about this under the surface. 10 of Cups. They did get the information they wanted, but we're going to find out about it. So everybody just sit tight. So, you know, they basically have seen my breakfast for the last, what, 15, 20 years? How long has Facebook been like a thing? Yeah, like 20 years, right?
2007, I think.
Yeah. It's about 20 years. Whew. Not going to want to look at those pictures unfiltered. My Instagram, where it's at, though.
We were all much younger and better looking back then.
Yeah, there's a lot of cleavage on my Instagram. Yes. So that one's private, though. Sort of. It's a little bit private. So how does China now view its relationship with Zuckerberg and Meta? Is he a tool? Wow. Maybe the doorknob to get in someplace.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness. That's okay.
Just a back door into America.
We're gonna get fascinated before the end of the week. Is he a tool? Is he an ally? Or is he now a liability? Tool. King of Swords. He has the key to information. Ally. They do not think that he's an ally now. He is too close to Donald Trump. Let's see. Let's clarify that a little bit. Justice. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg, Emperor in reverse. He is going over to the enemy, as far as the enemy, to the CCP. And is he a liability? The Fool. I think he is. What are they going to do? What's the outcome of him being so foolish? 8 of Cups. He's walking away from them. 3 of Wands. And then the 5 of Pentacles with that cute little Chinese panda. So 8 of Cups, walking away for a new start. 3 of Wands, he's going to have a lot of trouble restarting with people. No spark there. And the 5 of Pentacles, I think he is going to be permanently on the outside, not trusted by either the CCP or the United States governments. I think that's going to be it. So is there going to be new policy or legislative consequences here in the United States as a result of the testimony that unveiled this? And if you missed the first one, this was the testimony of Sarah Wynne Williams in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee this last week, where she accused Mark Zuckerberg and Meta of working very, very closely with the Chinese Communist Party to develop censorship tools and access user data for an open AI project. So big news there. So let's go back to my list of questions. So will there be new policy or legislative consequences? Are we going to get, and we all know that it takes legislation forever to go through the US government. So will we see new policy or legislation as a result of this? 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Swords. Yes. King of Wands. There's going to be a lot of back and forth on this, guys. So don't get too excited. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Safety and security is going to be first and foremost, but we have the 2 of Wands here. They're going to make sure that our systems, projects, businesses stay separate and outside of other countries. So does this mean that if a country says, we are not going to allow your product to be used in this country unless you let us have a hand in it? Yeah, I think we're going to be limited there. So does that mean friends that are in China, we're not going to be able to communicate on Facebook? Yeah, it does. So they will have to develop their own platform or whatever. They can call it the Great Wall of the World Wide Web or whatever. They can do that, and people may or may not join that,
Give them ideas.
Huh?
Don't you give those ideas away?
I just did.
You should buy that domain name right now.
What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
Yeah, hey, look back at the recording.
I'll look back at the recording. Greg wants me to buy that website. So here, the Ace of Wands, they're going to set forth new criteria for individuals that are going to have online platforms like this that contain user information. So there is going to be new, stricter guidelines for that. And it's not going to affect you and me. It's already affected you and I. I know, you and I. So they will be creating stricter policies for companies that do this. Companies are going to fight back. But if they do want to have a problem with it, what we're going to see is that they're going to have to run their product through outside hubs. So it'll be like servers that you could have a server in China, in Beijing, and that you can run your server through that. And that way you won't be subject to the new rules and regulations. So, huh?
Sort of like a VPN?
Sort of like no, I think they're actually going to have to house the information in these other servers. I think that's how they're going to have to do it. So not VPN. I think the VPN thing is going to have some other criteria that's attached to that as well. Because when you flip your VPN on, people can't see where you're broadcasting from, where you're recording from, blah, 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 blah. So I think what's out is out. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't, once the cat's out of the bag, you can't get it back in. I know that from Lily. I will never get her back in a cat carrier ever. Here, moving forward, they're just going to make sure that it's safe and secure. It's going to take some time. So, is there another key figure in American tech currently involved with the CCP that has not yet been exposed? So, what was his name from MySpace?
Tom.
Let's see if Tom's involved. Tom's been quiet for way too long. Tom from MySpace. Two of Swords. He's been offered it, but he's not doing it. Or not decided, I should say. What about Jeff Bezos? He is not connected. Elon Musk. Survey says. Queen of Cups. No, he would not do that. So right now, I think the top cats, and I'm putting Tom in that category too.
Yeah.
I
I
am.
never heard from Tom though.
But Tom was the first.
I think Tom is. Yeah.
Let's find him on Facebook and friend him.
He does have a Facebook account.
I know he does. I think that's hilarious. So how will the American public react if the full truth about Zuckerberg's involvement becomes public knowledge? How is he going to react to this? How are we going to react to this?
Poorly.
What poorly?
Yeah, like we do everything.
How will the public react? I think that there is a segment of the population that is very much like me. It's out there. Like, no, like they're just like, all right, well, it's already out there. Like when my data was exposed through the health insurance company, yeah. I was like, well, it's already out there. What do I do now?
So then just double down on it and just put out more information. Like,
yeah.
That's like your son's TikTok.
He's not on the TikTok.
Huh?
He's not on TikTok. No, he's not. He's on Snapchat. Now we're telling everybody. Now we're giving out his information. He's not on the TikToks. He doesn't like the TikToks. He thinks it's stupid.
Well, now it's stupid.
I think it was always stupid. He wanted it when he was like 9. He's a big boy now. So, how will the American public react? Four of Wands, we're going to feel very unsafe. Four of Wands in reverse. And Queen of Pentacles, where has my information gone? Nine of Pentacles, again, very unsafe. Three of Pentacles, we need to work together with other entities to make sure. Five of Cups, that information does not get spilled, that good information is held back. Bad information, we can kind of get rid of it. There is also, what I'm getting psychically here is that there's going to be a call for flushing information after some time. So, if you went to the doctor in 2010 and you filled out that paperwork and you had your old address, your old information on it, something about flushing that information out of the internet, getting rid of the superfluous information. And I do think that that's a good idea to kind of defrag the old stuff about you, because that way you can kind of save some room on the internet, so to speak. So interesting stuff, interesting stuff. That is it for this segment, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to move on to the third one. This is going to be a very interesting. It's a spread that was just developed by my AI partner, and I thought it was really cool. So we're going to save that for the last one. I will see you guys in that one in a little bit. Thanks so much.